I know you mean everything to Christ, and Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Commander General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's going to all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're going to realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I'll see you soon. Shalom, family.
You need everything to
white people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native Americans merciless Indian savages. I don't know how they could call us savages when they ate people. I don't know how they can call us savages when they stole an entire continent. I just don't understand how we're savages. You take a look at history, they'll tell you who the real savage is. White people in 1776 in their own Declaration of Independence called Native Americans merciless Indian savages. I don't know how they could call us savages when they ate people. I don't know how they can call us savages when they stole an entire continent. I just don't understand how we're savages. You take
See over there in Israel right now? First of all, they weren't even in the land before 1945. Right. You know what I'm saying? Prior to that, they were all over Eastern Europe. Prior to that, they were a Khazarian steppe tribe in Russia, Georgia, and they converted in the 8th century and created a fake religion. That's who they are.
So when are you guys going back to Israel?
Well, after Christ returns.
That's right. That's right.
Christ is going to come back and seize his people from among these nations and make war with these nations who made war on his people. And then after that, boy, oh boy, the kingdom of heaven is going to be rebuilt.
That's right. Right. It was the real Jews who crucified Jesus. It was, if you're the real Jew, you're the one that crucified Jesus.
So let me break this down for you, right? Because they did that is why the north and the southern kingdom can come back together. That's number one. And number two, it wasn't the Jews who signed his death warrant. It was Pontius Pilate.
That's right.
So hold on. So let's not neglect what the Romans did as well.
That's right.
You understand?
Right. Who yelled, crucify him?
It was absolutely us in our ignorance. Just like today, let me tell you something.
Who is?
Let me address one point at a time, right? So to your initial point, let me tell you something else, to the crucify him. Those people do what we do today when they said, we have no king but Caesar. That's what it looks like when you're a Hispanic asking for Trump.
That's right.
That's what it looks like when you're a Hispanic and you want to serve in America's military. Right. You would rather serve this nation that oppresses your people. That's right. Down with your own.
That's right. That's a
fact.
No, that's
an absolute fact. The Jewish people who sided with the Romans betrayed Christ.
That's right. What makes you think that every Hispanic, that every U.S. citizen, that every Latino believes in what Trump believes, or believes in the oppression, or believes in any other?
I didn't say that.
You say that you were afflicted?
I gave a stipulation.
You were afflicted? You said.
Do you know what my stipulation is?
Say it.
So what you're doing right now is you're proving my point.
Right.
The same way, hold on. What you're saying is not every Hispanic believes in the oppression, but there are some who believe in Trump. What I'm saying, there were Jews who were with Christ, and there were Jews who were with Caesar.
That's right.
It's the same thing.
The Christian.
Your grandmother was a Christian. Yes. Mine too.
But she had she ate pork, she smoked.
She ate pork, mine too.
Yep, all that. But now
Go ahead.
I'm here and I'm learning like different stuff. Like,
forget about it.
But like, I don't, it's confusing for her.
It's confusing for your grandma. I understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. Listen, let me tell you something. Your grandmother was not as blessed as you are. And you kind of have to feel pity for her. Have mercy on him. Misericordia. You want to have mercy on your grandmother. Your grandmother was not, how old is your grandmother, would you say?
Like 67.
57. Good Lord, man. Should I just walk away?
You're right.
I'm Shalom, yo. Okay. Her grandmother, 57 years old. Okay, now we're saying that because we're also very old. That's the point. Okay. Your grandmother, her grandmother couldn't read. Her grandmother was a slave. You understand? It's when you see old people, old blacks and Latinos weren't allowed to read just a little while ago. It's not too long. So you don't want to be angry at your grandmother because she just never was blessed like you. You have a benefit that your grandmother never had. You have the benefit of education that your grandmother was not allowed. It was illegal at one time for black people to know how to read. Did you know that? Oh, you better ask your camp leader. Ask your parents. They were killed if they learned how to read. There was a famous woman in this book called Teach All the Children Our Story. You can Google this and look this up. And there was this woman, and she was an old grandmother. And she was telling a story about how one time when she was 9 years old, and she was caught reading the Bible. And they caught her and they burned her eyes out of her head. They took a hot poker and they burned her eyes out of her head for reading the Bible. So now she's an old grandma and she's blind. And you know what she said? She said, I don't regret reading the Bible that day. All I ask for you to do is to tell all the children my story. So you know what you're going to have to do with your grandmom's name?
Teresa.
Teresa. You're going to have to help Teresa and tell everyone about what Teresa went through because she can't do it. You're going to have to stand up for her because there was a time when she couldn't read. She had to drop out of school. A lot of your grandparents had to drop out of school to work. They suffered. They had all types of problems and illnesses, and they weren't allowed to learn. So you speak for Teresa. What's your question?
Okay, so my grandma was a Christian.
Your grandmother was a Christian. Yes. Mine too.
But she had a
Yeah, Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. Falling. To rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's real every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cruel, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
And I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Explain.
My question is, why do some Native Americans still celebrate Thanksgiving even though it's about the killing of their people?
That is in. You see this, Maya?
might have to get some cash.
Well, listen, this commander Julian Holland's money anyway. Huh? Man, that's all. Well, that is an excellent question, daughter. The reason is because they are brainwashed and they are slaves. It's the same reason that Black people celebrate Christmas and Black people celebrate their birthdays, because they don't care about the history. They don't care how much it hurts their people. They just want to eat the turkey. They just want to eat the food. That's why Black people celebrate Christmas, because they just want the what?
The presents.
The presents. Come on, get some money. All right. I'm gonna start you off with that. You know, you're gonna see me tomorrow as well. I'm sure you want to say something real fast? Just take it right now. All right.
My question is,
why? Because everyone is very used.
That the tribe of I.S.U.P.K was his to deport from any goddamn land. How the hell you gonna come on their land and tell them they gotta get off their own land? Now normally you can't really say nothing because he got more guns, he got more bombs, he got more power. But if you believe in the Most High, you playing with the wrong. Let me break it down for you. Can I break it down for you? The Lord got 12 tribes. And the Lord said the children of Israel are the apple of his eye. So if the other 11 tribes go and cry to the Lord about the way the 12th tribe, the most wonderful, amazing tribe of I.S.U.P.K is being treated, what you think God gonna do? We're gonna stand with the Most High, and we standing with the tribe of I.S.U.P.K.
Also, too,
nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Blackwatch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
Bienvenido, gracias por estar con nosotros esta noche. We're getting it on in here tonight, Akim and Aguafia, and you just stand by for Commanding General Yahanna. He's on his way. But now we're here with Officer Marah, Yedaya, Matamyad, Ibad. Hold up, Harlem in the building, New York, Brooklyn, stand up. Brooklyn in the building, Levi, the island of 80 is in the building tonight. Levi came down with his lovely rib. We're going to rock and rollin'. We're going to get it on. We're going to tell you the truth tonight. Aren't you tired of being lied to? Do you ever get sick of being lied to? It's like fast food. It's like something that you eat all the time that has absolutely no nutrition in it. You're lied to all the time. Here you can come and get healthy on Monday night. You can come and finally digest something that's good for you, the truth. We'll get into it. Give me any story that you would like to give us before Commander General Yahanna gets here. Do we have anyone else, or are we good to go? No Mayak? I'm going then. You got it.
Khan, sir. Khan.
Mm-hmm.
A heartbreaking loss. Black Missouri girl found dead in the woods as group of mostly white suspects face kidnapping and murder charges.
And here we go. Now, read a little more of the story.
Khan, sir. Authorities have released a new detail in the heartbreaking death of a Black Missouri teen that raises even more suspicion about the alleged ringleader and who was held without bond at the Randolph County Jail in Huntsville.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
On Monday, May 13, 16-year-old Kayla Hupp's lifeless body was discovered in the wilderness of a densely wooded conservation zone near her home in Mulberry.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents reported her missing on May 6th, and the next day, 4 adults who were known as acquaintances of Kayla were taken into custody. Though murder charges have not been filed, the primary suspect, Alana Mason, 20, had a visible rash at the time of her arrest that appeared to be poison ivy, and it continued to get worse while she was in custody.
So what it seems like what we're reading about here, Yedaya, is a sister that's living in Missouri. She started to hang around and befriend white people, and now she's dead. If you ever wondered where the term black on black crime comes from, right? There was a time during the time of lynching in America. That was a time in America when it was virtually every day in black newspapers all around the country. Black newspapers would tell everyone about all of the lynchings that were happening in Mississippi and Alabama and South Carolina and in Florida. Florida had the most lynchings. Only black newspapers reported on the lynchings. White newspapers never spoke about the lynchings ever, right? Black newspapers, which we had at that time, would let black people know about what was happening in the South, what was happening in places like Missouri and places like Alabama and South Carolina. And because of that, to combat it, white newspapers invented the term black on black crime, which is why there is no such thing as Italian on Italian crime or Irish on Irish crime or German on German crime. Those things don't exist, even though Italians absolutely kill other Italians and Irish people absolutely kill other Irish people, but it's never marketed because they wanted to take the focus off of all of the white people that were killing black people, and no one cared about it but black reporters. Black and Latino reporters are the only people that gave a damn. So most of you who are younger, you grew up with the term black on black crime because that's pushed down your throat. Every black person that becomes a gang member at 13, you're going to read about that. Every movie is going to have little black boys selling drugs and shooting each other. It's going to come out of the walls because white media pushes any crime that we commit on each other. But of course, they never, push the millions of Italians that have been killed by other Italians or any other ethnic group. This is what is actually happening. And this is happening quietly. This is happening all the time. And now there are no black newspapers. There is no one that will say anything about it except for the Israelite school of UPK under Commanding General YAHANNA. And here you're going to hear what black newspapers would tell you back in the 1930s, with some dogged black reporter would risk his life to tell people about some little girl that lost her life by the hands of villains somewhere in some place in the woods. Everyone understands. Anything else?
With hantavirus patients quarantined in the U.S. and a fast-breaking Ebola outbreak in Africa, what should Americans know and what should be talked about with the infectious disease experts?
I mean, here you go again. Here you go again. I try to imagine how many times in my life I've been through this. Some outbreak of some terrible disease that was predictable, that everyone knew was going to happen, and that the government that you're giving every penny of your paycheck to and all of your devotion to and literally risking your life for every day on foreign lands, how they don't protect you from these diseases, how you never get protected from these diseases. I remember, brother, the AIDS epidemic. Listen, if you want to learn about the Christian church, go research the effect that the AIDS epidemic had on black Christian choirs. Maybe we should do it right now. Maybe that's educational. Let's look that up, Akim and Agwathian. Look up what effect did the AIDS epidemic have on black Christian choirs? You're going to look that up because now we had the COVID-19 virus, which was predictable, which everyone knew was going to happen, but this government that soldiers go out and die for refused to protect you from the COVID-19 virus, refused to put any measures in place to make sure that your elderly and your sick and your young people didn't die of a disease that was preventable, that they could have prevented, that they could have protected you from, and they did not. And here we are on Memorial's Day, thanking the men who gave their lives, the women who gave up their lives and their bodies in the white man's military, and yet the government can't protect you from obvious illnesses, things that are obviously going to happen. We had AIDS back in the 80s. Then we had the COVID-19 virus. Then we had Ebola. I remember that Ebola. I think that was 10 years ago. That Ebola virus. You go into the doctor's office, they say, have you been to Africa? I remember going, damn, have I been to Africa? No, thank the Lord. I have not. They were asking you that when you went anywhere. Have you been to? Oh, I know who has been to Africa, the IUIC. You know, it would break my heart if the IUIC caught the Ebola virus. That would sadden me. I don't know what I would do at night if the Lord gave the IUIC Ebola because they hate Hispanics and love to go to South Africa. I don't, of course, wish that on anyone, but it's a danger. And it shows you that even the leaders of the IUIC are not protecting their members from catching Ebola from General Butt Naked in Africa. Please, Levi, give him the microphone.
If I may, I wanted to bring this out real quick, sir. AIDS, the name, let me read this real quick, sir, because a lot of people knows this disease as AIDS, but what they don't know is the original name.
Go ahead.
Before AIDS. Before it was officially named AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome in 1982, the disease was primarily referred to as GRID, gay-related immune deficiency, in the early 1980s.
Nasty. It was the gay man's disease, the gay immune deficiency. Why? Because it spread like crazy in bathhouses in San Francisco and New York. Because these gay men were going into a restaurant and having sex in there, having sex in the goddamn spa. The police tried to come in there and whoop their ass out of the place. The gay people protested and complained of police brutality. The police said, you're having sex in there. What the hell you want us to do? Ignore it? Listen, What happened? Oh, a disease came and wiped them out. So the bathhouses got wiped out. The gay bars got wiped out. Can anyone find me what effect AIDS had on the Black Christian church? Marah, if you don't mind.
Got on one con, sir. If I may. The AIDS epidemic decimated the Black Christian choir.
God damn, what a word. That's a dogged reporter. That's somebody doing that story. Somebody is doing that story. Read again, Marah.
The AIDS epidemic decimated Black Christian choirs by claiming the lives of thousands of gifted musicians while simultaneously forcing a crisis of silence due to the stigma surrounding the disease and homosexuality.
Brother.
I got more.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Devastating loss of life and talent. The epidemic robbed the Black church of a whole generation of spiritual and musical leadership.
The day the music stopped playing. The day the organ stopped playing. No tambourines now. No praise dances. No, the Holy Ghost got silent because of the AIDS epidemic. No Holy Ghost because of the AIDS epidemic. The AIDS epidemic destroyed music in church. Wiped it out. Wiped it out. No more choir director. No more choir. Because virtually everyone on a Christian choir is gay. All of them. It destroyed the music in church. What does that tell you about church? Doesn't that tell you something? That there was an epidemic that so strictly focused on gay men, and it wiped out the house of God. It wiped out a joyful noise made unto the Lord. It wiped out praise, dancing, and Holy Ghost filled people. Maybe the Christian choir is filled with sinners. Pecadores eso todo. All of them sinners. That's all. Sinners, and that's all. Doesn't that explain something to you? And doesn't that tell you that the preachers in church are negligent at protecting the people that go to church? They should have turned you from your evil path. They should have reformed you before the AIDS epidemic, but you trusted that preacher when he told you that God loves you no matter what. You trusted that preacher when he told you that the law was done away with. And then one day you walk into the church and there's no one sitting behind the organ. There's no one playing the drums, and there's no one singing at all, because your preacher should have corrected your behavior before the judgment. Well, now here we are again. Now here we are. The COVID-19 virus came, wiped out all of your children, wiped out all of your elderly, because America and China refuses to keep the dietary law of God. Now what's happening now? Now we have the Hunter virus, whatever the hell that is. The Hunter virus, which somehow is just going to come straight to America and kill goddamn everybody in America, like the COVID-19 virus. And for all of you African lovers who go over to Africa like the purple pigs of the IUIC, now you're going to catch the Ebola virus because your leaders, the people you look up to, you're giving them your money, but they're not earning it. You're giving them your money, you're paying your leaders, but they're not working for it. Because here's another time where if they did their job, you would survive. You would not die. You would not catch the Ebola virus because you're running to Africa, fleeing the evil criminals in America that you're so afraid of. You would not catch every evil disease because you break the dietary law, and the Christian choir would not get decimated because a disease came that focused on gay people. You need better leaders, man. You need someone that protects you. You need to give us your goddamn money. Why don't you fund us the way you fund the Christian church, and you fund the American government, and you fund Donald Trump? We would protect you. We've been doing it for years without the funding. I pray you understand. Eso entendiendes. Levi, please.
Real quick, sir, if I may. our oppressors is so diabolical, sir. Not only did they change the name from gay-related disease, but they blame the Haitians and say AIDS came from Haiti, sir. Meanwhile, they disregarded the fact that it was gay men in San Francisco. What like you were saying, they blame it on the Haitians.
I didn't even know that, Levi. Give Levi a hand. I'm not surprised. They blame every goddamn thing on the Haitians. Why? Because of the propaganda to make sure that no country in this hemisphere ever rebels against slavery. Like Haiti has suffered so much because they did something that no one else did in this hemisphere. And like the white man is he's like a dog or a bull in this sense that you can predict what he will do. And white people were terrified of the slave revolt in Haiti, terrified that it would spread. That it would spread to South Carolina, that it would spread to Jamaica, terrified that it would spread. And so now, since the slave revolts in Haiti, constant propaganda about how evil Haiti is, how evil everyone, how the witchcraft, and it's so evil and don't go there. They eat cats and dogs. And of course, they're blaming the Haitians, I learned tonight, for AIDS. Yeah, that is just the same propaganda that the white man always uses to make free men afraid of freedom, to make anyone that might desire to be free terrified of the repercussions of trying to achieve freedom. I absolutely understand, warrior. Me intend this. Good, I know you understand me. Go ahead. If you have it, if not, it's up to you. I'm sorry. I'm shit.
Go
ahead.
Khan, it says a fatal outbreak of a rare strand of the hantavirus that started on a cruise ship traveling around South America, followed by an even deadlier outbreak of Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, has summoned the U.S. wondering if they should be masking up and preparing for the next epidemic.
Well, white people are not going to let you wear a mask. They're going to say that you can't wear a mask. You know, that's only for pussies, to wear a mask. You can't do nothing like that because they're tough. These white people are tough guys. They're major tough people. And Donald Trump's dumbass. I remember when there was the solar eclipse. Do y'all recall that? Oh, my God. I said, home going, they voted for this idiot. Every day they're saying, don't look at the sun directly. Every minute of the day. They're saying, do not look at the sun directly. They got Donald Trump. He's sitting there with that whore he married. And he's looking straight into the sun with no glasses. And I know why he was doing it. You know why, right? Because they told him you can't look in the sun directly. They told him you can't look at that sun. Oh, he had to look at that sun. I wish you could find a video of after the latest, not the latest, but the assassination attempt of Donald Trump at the White House. Look at this dumb motherfucker. Look at this. Look at this here. Look at him. He takes the glasses off and he looks right at the sun. You're not wearing any mask. You're catching the hantavirus because that's who you love. Look at this idiot. Look at him. Look at 80 points. I'm looking at you, son. You can't defeat me, son. Fake news. I'm looking you straight in your eyes, son. You're catching the hantavirus. You're getting Ebola. You're catching it because you love this idiot who has some stupid sense of masculinity that he got from some father that probably chained him to a tree in the woods all night and beat him with sticks and made him kill a wild boar with a Bowie knife when he was 9. And a mother that never kissed him or hugged him ever. I remember when they did the assassination attempt out at that ballroom for the White House, where the reporters were there. You know what I'm talking about. And the guy who was in charge of the UFC, they interviewed him. And the guy in charge of the UFC, they said, what do you think about the assassination attempt? You know what he said? He said, I loved it. See if you can find that. He said, I love the assassination. Dana White, that was exciting. I said, God, you love getting shot at? You love it. Why? Because he's so tough, Yediah. He's such a tough man that you're all going to catch AIDS and Ebola and the hantavirus because they're tough. That's Dana White said, I love getting shot at. I'm listening to him like, well, what do you love? You don't have a gun because you can't bring guns in there unless you're an assassin. So you love just getting shot at. You're excited about getting shot at. You love the excitement of someone is going to kill every reporter in this room, and you're happy for it. That is who you have in charge of stopping the spread of disease. Them. That is who you chose to stop the Hunter virus. And let me give you a spoiler alert. The Hunter virus is spread on those cruise ships because of those Africans that work on those cruise ships. That is exactly, in the end, you're going to find out that the Africans or the people from China who work on those cruise ships are giving everybody the Hunter virus, and now you're dropping dead. You need better. You need someone better to watch over you, to care for you, to make sure you're safe. God damn. Come on, Yediah. This is who is in charge of your health care right here. Go ahead, whenever you're ready. Sir. He said they were screaming, "Get down." I didn't get down. It was effing awesome. It was awesome getting assassinated. It was awesome. I said, woo, 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 America, the great, the best. That's why you got the Hunter virus, because that's who's in charge. Somebody is shooting up the ballroom. They tell him to get down. I'm not effing getting down. I love getting shot. Woo, woo, America, F you. He loved it. Now here's the Hunter virus and Ebola here now. Now here we go. And they're going to do nothing to stop it. They're going to say, woo, 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 America, F you, America. We're Americans. You might have made a terrible mistake in your choice of preacher and president. That might have happened. Seems like it, sir, to me. Yep. It seems like the people made a horrible choice. It seems like the same people that chose a terrible preacher chose a terrible president. That's what it looks like to me. I'm no expert in it, but it seems like those people that go to church every goddamn Sunday and say, Eddie Long, we choose you. Martin Luther King, we choose you. Went and chose Donald Trump. Yep. Went and chose another terrible leader. Now everybody has to die again. Now here we go with now Ebola is back. Now we got to all catch Ebola and die from Ebola. Congratulations. Still like you, sir.
If I could just back you up.
Please.
Yediah, get me the scripture where the Lord said that they were that they will drink of the cup at the hand of the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Give me 40, I think it's 49 and 26. Yeah. 49 and 26. Real quick, fam. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, check this if I could add to it, man, to what you were bringing out, because what you're bringing out is so right. Like, America is going into a drunken state. And it's time now to get your head right, because as they're going into this drunken state, they're about to get wiped out. You're going to see a whole lot of crazy mess going on, because what they're trying to go back to is that old spirit of warfare that they had when they were, you know, in the caves. What? Thank you so much. When they were in the caves, you understand? And that is not going to work for them. You gotta give it to me. What I call Isaiah 49, 25 and 26.
Come, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 26.
25.
Come.
Real strong.
25.
Come.
But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away.
Even the what?
Even the captives of the mighty.
That's you. You the captives of the mighty, Israel. Blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. You the captives of the mighty. And now you're going to be taken away from this man. He done had a good time with you. And he going back for another round. He threatening Cuba, want to get in Central and South America. I heard some of the military advisors say there's so many minerals and so many things to gain in those lands. We want to get in there. We want to work within those lands. We want to do all that because really they want to overthrow and conquer it. And the so-called Israelis are setting up whole cities around the world, in the Philippines and different Asian cities. They setting up all so-called Jewish cities like they did in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have them joints where it's just them. Well, America's trying to come and get some of the goodies. Like in their mind, this is the time to get the goodies. Take what they want, steal what they want, rob what they want. That's why they changed the name of that military to the Department of War. You understand? Read on, you die.
Khan shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered.
Right. We the prey of the terrible. These people are terrible, man. These people are vicious and thoughtless and cruel and devastating to us as a people. But the Lord said it's going to be taken away. Them January 6 rioters are, them white supremacists on them January 6 riots stormed the Capitol of the United States. Trump passed a bill for them to get part of $1.7 billion for all their legal fees and whatever other things that they got to face, which show you how much power this empire had and how little you had. When I went back and read about ancient Egypt, and I remember I went out there several times to Egypt. I saw what they built in Egypt. I saw their temples. I saw their pyramids. I saw their monuments. I went into the museum and saw all the gold and the splendor and the wealth and the power that the Egyptians had, including the technology. And then when I went over to study about the slaves, I realized the slaves were working for beer and bread. That was their part of it. And guess what? That's what happened here in America with us. And now the Lord said he's going to do what? You die, read that line again, please, on what Muhammad was bringing out, which was so heavy. Go ahead, Op.
Khan, sir. Even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away.
Even the captives going to be taken away. That's us. Meaning he going to fall and he going to lose everything, including you as a slave. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And the prey of the terrible.
And the prey of the terrible. Come on. We're going to go through 26. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Shall be delivered.
Right. Going to be delivered. Don't think for 1 minute that slavery is not going to end and this oppression is not going to end. We read in biblical prophecies from 4,000 years ago. Nobody can stop this. You will lose your slaves and you will face the judgment of the Most High. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee.
Here's what the white man should be aware of. All your alien technology, like we talked about, that you talking about, little green men and all that, with big heads and all that. I told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get the baseball bat. You show up in my house with a green suit on. I'm going to bust your goddamn head open. Talking about you an alien and all that. You're going to be an alien, all right, when I get finished with you. They're going to think you an alien. Okay, with that bullshit y'all coming with. The Lord said, this is the Lord. He said, I will contend with thee. I will contend with him that contendeth with thee. He does put our people in oppression a long time. You understand? A long time. Never gets enough of it. Beating up and brutalizing blacks and Latinos never gets old to them. They feel so, like you said, they in there, they shooting up the place. They all high on coke and high on white supremacy, and you understand, and got all their money. The UFC, they got their money. Trump, I heard Trump made like $100 million, some old ridiculous number. Him and his sons this year alone. So they high on all that power. So a nigga coming in shooting up the place, they like, damn, that USA, God damn it, like they don't care. while you struggling trying to pay your bills, trying to get to work every day, trying to keep your family together, trying to keep your son out the streets and your daughter out the whorehouse, trying to make something function, trying to have some future, right? Right now, black people are very bewildered, Latinos as well, because you are now beginning to feel like you got no future because they repealing all your civil rights, all your forward momentum. They are repealing it. And guess what? The NAACP, how they do it? When you hear the crickets, you gotta give me a cricket sound when you get a check. Like that's what you hearing from them, saying they done. They done. Right or wrong?
That's right, sir.
Read on.
Colonel Wakan, sir. And I will save thy children.
You see that? The Lord said, I'm gonna save your children. They think their babies got a great future now that they're going to step all over black people, gerrymandering things and turning things around. And once again, this is what pisses me off about you Christians, man. If I could, can I divert for a second? Let me divert for 1 second. This burns me up. The Bible has a clear blueprint on how to get your people out of slavery. It's very, 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 very clear. It's a very clear plan. Christ gave it to his disciples. He told them what to do. He told them all the steps, and that's why you need to come into the Israelite school UPK, because he told them all the steps necessary on what to do. And he gave the example back with Joseph. Joseph knew the Egyptians was racist. For those of you that don't know, the Bible records the racism of Egypt, and it was one of the greatest discoveries ever brought forth, and cannot toot the horn of the men that came before us.
Right.
These were great men to find these things from the Lord. The Lord said, I will do nothing, but I will reveal my secrets unto the prophets. Don't tell me we not the prophets. You might hate us or whatever, but we are the prophets of the Lord. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever revealed the straight up racism that went on in Egypt that's recorded in the Bible. Now, let me get to my point. The Egyptians were racist against the Hebrews. Joseph was so smart. He was so smart. He told the Hebrews, look, tell the Egyptians you sheep herders. They hate sheep herders. They think sheep herders is below them. Go tell them you a sheep herder. And then I want you to all move together as one people into Goshen. And that's where you'll live. And he said, the Lord shall come for you. And when he comes for you, take my bones with you when you leave up out of here. Remember now, he made Egypt great. He hated the damn place. He said, don't even leave my bones here. Take my bones with you. That's what we should have did. We run around with stupid black leaders talking about, say it, y'all, I am somebody. I am somebody. We should have told the white man, you right, Mr. White Man, we are nigh onto an animal. We're nothing. And that white man would have just forgot about you like any selfish, greedy monster. And you would have built your people up great and mighty and would have built them up to love themselves. Instead, we spent 60 years trying to love them instead of loving ourselves. We've spent 60 years trying to get in their schools instead of building our own schools. We spent 60 years working in their factories and didn't build nothing for ourselves. We spent all that time building and begging and trying to join them when we could have did what Joseph said to do. He said, don't do that. Don't do that. Tell them you're nothing. You're just a sheep herder. We should have told the white men, we street cleaners. We happy. We good. We like cleaning the street. We should have told them that. And then we should have pooled our money together, educated our sons and daughters, built ourselves up before all his technology, opened up businesses and factories and connections overseas, should have made ourselves strong. And then when he came for us like he coming for us now, we would have been prepared for him. Now we ain't prepared because your leaders are garbage.
Right.
Your leaders are prostitutes. Going back, finish it, you die for me. Here's what the Lord said he's going to do. You ain't got to worry about it, though. I know you made that mistake, but you ain't got to worry about it. But you better start listening to the prophets of God. Come on, you die. Give it to him.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Isaiah 49:26. and I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh.
You hear what the Lord said? They want to oppress you. Don't worry. You turn back to the Lord. I'm going to feed them with their own flesh. They're going to fight other Edomites. They're going to fight themselves. They're going to have civil wars. Oh, they about to go crazy in this empire. Go ahead.
Khan, and they shall be drunken with their own blood.
Right. They're going to be drunken with their own blood. Right now, they're coming up against them Democrats like you ain't never seen before. And them Democrats going to push back. You got a lot of liberals out here that know that this is bad, bad business. You understand? And the Lord is the one mustering the host of the battle. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan, sir.
Come on, sir. Go ahead.
Khan, as with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior.
And he said, as sweet wine. You know why he says sweet wine? You ever see a wino? A wino don't want fine wine because fine wine don't have no sugar in it. And because it don't have no sugar in it, it don't get you as high. That's why rich people could drink wine all night and never get, lose their head. But if you drink cheap wine filled with sugar, that sugar is going to make you higher than a kite. And that's why the Lord said he going to make them drunk as with, sweet wine, cheap wine. They're going to be like a drunkard over this evil that they seeking to do to God's chosen people. After all this time, they won't even consider saying to themselves, man, we had these people in captivity, man, a long time. Maybe we need to do something, sensible and, work something out with them. They tried to do it in the 1900s, turn of the century. The South was not having it. The South was like, hell no, you ain't doing nothing. We're going to destroy them and wipe them out and put them back into slavery. The minute they passed that civil rights, they came back with a ton of other laws. And the minute they freed us from slavery, they had Jim Crow laws, lynching laws, so many laws. They pop out a law every week on how to wipe out the Lord's chosen. Go ahead, you die. Finish. Go through 26. Let's finish.
Khan, sir. And thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
The mighty one of Jacob. He ain't getting no respect right now. Right now, the Lord ain't being recognized. Right now, they think they are the greatest thing in the earth. They think the Lord doesn't exist. They atheists. They believe they have the power. They got so much technology. They believe, oh man, we ain't worrying about God. We got it all. You understand? But the Lord said that he's the mighty one of Jacob. Jacob being the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. That mighty man, he deserved all the praise. And let me tell you something else too. Let me give you a little secret. Let me tell you something. You ever been in a situation where you had everybody was against you because they was listening to the false story, and you looking around and everybody is against you. And then out of everybody, there'd be one dude or one sister that look through it all and say, no, this ain't the right. This is not right. Let me examine it. You know when that happened? That happened with Daniel and Susanna. Y'all remember that?
Yes, sir.
Like everybody was against Susanna, right? And Daniel came back and said, wait a minute, let me examine this, and found out that they was lying. Let me tell you something. That's what's going on with the Lord right now. Right now, the world is acting like the Lord either doesn't exist or he damn sure is not black. You see what I'm saying? Like the Lord who in their mind. But the Most High sitting back like, who see through all this? Who could see past all this and see the mighty one of Jacob? Guess what? We see past it. That's why we say what we say, and it sounds crazy to you. Because we see past the lie, past the brainwashing, past the game, and the Lord see it as well. And the Lord loves it. He loves when we speak on him the way we do, and nobody understands. The Lord says, seeing they will not see, hearing they will not hear. Am I lying?
Yes, sir.
So they're not going to understand the Most High until he put that smack down on them. And brother, this whole empire worldwide is going to be punished for doing the things that they've done. All right. Damn right.
Damn right.
Hey, y'all mind if I turn the air on?
No, son of a gun.
Hey, no, can we crack the air? Water.
You done with that, General?
Yes, sir.
Get back. Give me out there 47 and 12 real quick, brother. Real quick. This is to piggyback off what Commander YAHANNA is saying. Like, they puffed up like the Lord ain't looking. The Lord watching.
And he putting the bet up in the game now. He gonna tell you, you stand with what you bringing. He's saying it. Go out there at 47-12. Let me know when you're there, brother.
Khan, sir.
Let's get it. Come on, read.
Khan, the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 12. Stand now with thy enchantment.
Just like how YAHANNA brought out to the Muhammad brought out. Stand with your enchantment. Stand with the things that you done already created now. The things you created, the Lord saying stand with it. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And with the multitude of thy sorceries.
Go ahead.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Go ahead.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit.
If so, be thou shalt be able to profit. Meaning you're going to make money off of what you're doing. You can make a profit from your enchantments, from your sorcery. Lord called you. Come on, do these things. Come on. Come on.
Like, don't stop now.
Yeah.
Like, go on, bring the witchcraft, the aliens.
Bring it
Come
on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't hold up now.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
Khan, sir. Khan. If so, be thou mayest prevail.
The Lord said, if so, maybe you might just go ahead and get over. Maybe you just might prevail. Maybe you might prevail. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 13. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels.
But secretly now, y'all having them counsels, y'all scared as I don't know what. You're going through like, what is going on? Can we really do this here? Can we do something? Be wary of the multitude of your counsels. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly procrastinators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
The Lord saying all that enchantment you done had, all your witchcraft you got going on, let it stand up and save you now. Because I'm coming. I'm coming for all the evil you have done to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That's why when you go back to the beginning of the Isaiah 47 chapter, it say, woe unto Babylon for the things you have done to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. This is the punishment you're going to have. And the Lord is saying, stand up with what you got. What you built, your military, your little so-called sorcery and sciences and all this stuff, you got to stand with it. You stand with it. And this is going to be the outcome. Read, brother, last scripture.
Khan, sir. Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble.
They shall be what?
As stubble.
The Lord is telling you he's going to come destroy it, man. He let you know he coming, and it's going to be like stubble. Go ahead.
The fire shall burn them.
The what?
The fire shall burn them.
Remember that day, man. That fire going to come, man. The fire going to come when Yahweh shall crack that sky with 200 million angels. And listen, before then, you're going to get burned with stuff because y'all going to have wars and rumors of wars. There's going to be wars out here. And y'all going to be fighting, killing, and burning, fighting, killing, and burning until Yahweh shall crack that sky and bring a final destruction on y'all, man. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
You are not going to be able to deliver yourself from the Most High. It's coming. Like this is what Commander how to tell you. It's coming. Like you put this on yourself for what you did to us. You ain't gonna be able to get out of it. Y'all puffed up and proud. I thought they was proud before, but boy, they really proud now. But they like, whoa, we are Superman. You can't battle us. You got to be kidding me. And the Lord sit back saying, okay, all right, bring it on. But I'm gonna send the flame that y'all not gonna be able to touch. You ain't gonna be able to battle the flame. I'm gonna send it to you. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
You ain't gonna be able to sit before the fire the Lord coming with, man. And guess what? These things that you have did and the outcome you got coming, you have done it to yourselves. You understand? For what you have done to these 12 tribes. You've done it to yourselves. That's it, sir. Yeah. That's right.
That in on that?
Khan, sir.
Where we going?
Khan, sir. Over the weekend, you know what I mean? Adrian Boner, I don't know if you know him, sir. He's a boxer. And him and another internet personality named Super Hot Fire. He's a parody battle rapper. Him and Ray J, you know what I mean, this weekend fought.
Fought?
Yeah, Khan, like in the ring. Like in the ring. Khan, sir. They fought and it was like MMA style. And, you know, Ray J got embarrassed. And at the end, Ray J said, yo, man, it wasn't supposed to go down that way. Like it almost seemed like, sir, that it was scripted.
I mean,
and they went against the script.
Not a boxer, is he?
Law, sir.
It had to be scripted unless he just was simple.
Yeah.
It sounded like it was scripted and the cat just decided to just whoop his ass.
Okay, if I could, sir, who's Ray J? Are we talking about the Ray J that the girl little brother, whatever?
Yeah. He
he ain't no fighter.
Here's the video.
He's the same one that had sex with
Oh right.
The Kardashian.
Right.
He got lumps all on his head and everything.
Ray J had to learn a lesson, sir.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these fake Israelites think we playing with them.
Yeah.
That's what this remind me of.
Yeah.
You know what this fight remind me of? That Ray J got in that ring with that brother, thinking, we're gonna just pretend, that we against each other and we ain't gonna hurt each other. And then Super Hot Fire decided to put some knots on that goddamn head. He decided he wasn't playing no games with them. And I tell these fake Israelites, they think that we're going to play with them, and we're not. We're not going to be playing like we're all Israelites and we're all just having fun. You're playing, but we're going to put some knots on your goddamn head. And you should all learn a lesson from Ray J. Ray J's getting high and drunk, and for the money's sake, he thinks he can go into this ring and pretend to fight. But you might be fighting somebody that's deciding to put lumps all over your goddamn head. You might want to think about that first. That's just a little bit of wisdom, sir, for the people out there. I don't know.
Listen, you so right, General. You so right, because first of all, this cat Ray J looks like he goes from hustle to hustle to try to make $1. Wasn't he the one had like iPods at one time?
Yeah.
Doing this and doing that, made the Kardashian tape. Like, this brother don't know. He's just a mess. And it's shameful because you be in Hollywood with a name, and the white man got Hollywood so sewed up that you'll be a clown in Hollywood going around trying to hustle for a few dollars here and there, and then run into this thinking you're going to get a few more dollars and then get your head bashed in. And he looks like he's absolutely not in his suit to be fighting anymore.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Like once again, like for $1, we will. Oh, wait a minute. He look like he's putting up a good one right there.
Oh, here it comes.
It look like he's putting up a little womp on it.
Oh, yeah, but gentlemen, I understand, but he got the lumps on his head. I don't know.
Whoa! Good night. Woo! God damn.
Now, I don't know. Did you play that on there?
This is somebody's clip.
Oh, okay. So it ain't no. That was a walloping right there.
It's sure enough was.
He lucky the cat backed away from him. Because he had like a 8-second delay.
Yeah.
Before he even went that.
I think that was your Dias point in that. And at the end, I want to go on to show Commander Julian Hanna this. Ray J said, like this, we had an agreement, like we were supposed to just, that other cat is not playing. That's people like that in life, Haas.
Yeah.
You can't be a grown man and not expect that. Yeah. You can't go and before the fight go, listen, we're just going to take it easy on each other for the money. Okay. No problem. We're going to take it out right. And he's going to decide to knock all the teeth out of your goddamn head.
Yeah. And it didn't look like Ray J was taking it light either.
Oh,
like until he put the whoop on him, Ray J looked like he was trying.
He was trying.
He was tapping him up real good. And he must have turned around and said, man, I'm going to stop playing with this guy.
Jesus.
Yeah. And knocked his whole block off. You know what I mean? Because it was like a delay. He was like, he's lucky to catch it 4-5 more times. I mean, and the sad part is, man, that this is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's why we got to have rulership over our own people. So we
Yeah.
can have rules that don't apply like Esau. Esau don't care. He ain't gonna make money either way. He's gonna put you on cable, give you a purse, you get some, the fighter gets some. He go home, he could give a damn about Ray J's integrity. First of all, Ray J is not a fighter. He ain't have no business in a ring. If you're not a fighter, you don't have no business in no ring with fighters hitting you in your head. It ain't that simple. You ain't been trained to be that way. You could get seriously injured. Like, he can come out of this seriously injured.
Think about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that lump is a subdural hematoma. That thing that's nothing to play with.
No,
like, you can straight up die.
You got two of them.
You can die from that lump on his head.
Yeah.
He goes home and goes to sleep and doesn't wake up.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Not to mention, the WAP seemed like a little concussion.
Come on with it. Yeah.
Delay.
Forget
Seemed
about
like it brought in a discussion. Like, we got to find a better way. You know what I'm saying? Fame and fortune, you understand, is not what the only thing to fight for in life. Christ said, what did Christ say? Y'all help me out. He said,
life is more than what? Food
Bread.
and raiment.
Yeah,
that's
Food
right.
and raiment.
That's
That's
right.
what I'm trying to say, yo, you ain't got to, everything ain't just for some money.
That's right.
You know what I mean? There's more important things in life. And I think he has children.
Yeah.
Like you playing with your life and you got children, you're gonna knock 10, 20 years off your life. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna knock years off your life. Right or
Yes,
wrong?
sir. You're right, General.
You
You're right.
complain.
You're right.
You know, man.
He talking about like that Edomite cat, Jake Paul. You know that Jake Paul cat want to fight everybody and it be scripted.
Right.
They fight, you know what I mean, but they get a big purse.
Yeah.
All like you said, this is all about the money, man, because he's trying to get some money, get paid, and trying to be Jake Paul.
That's all.
You know what I mean? Like, when we got to stop doing that, being Jake Paul. We got to be ourselves, man. Yeah, and become together these soul tribes. It's other ways for us to make money versus being entertainers. That entertainment got to be a hell of a drug. Because when you fall from entertainment, like if you a superstar, and when you fall from being a superstar, that's kind of like, it's like this cat can't take it.
That's what I'm saying.
They can't take it. I got to be a superstar. I got to be seen. I got to be in the spotlight. I got to get this money.
And can I add to what you
Yes,
said?
sir.
It's so bad. It's almost as bad as a cat saying, yo, I'm gonna have to go up here and take this job at McDonald's, man. I need money bad. I gotta pay my rent. I can't get no other job. I'm gonna take this job in McDonald's. That's exactly what he's doing, only in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's no different. He's he's begging for a beggarly job. You understand, for the opportunity to do something. And he fell from so much. He was a good ass actor when he was working with his sister.
Yeah.
Was a good actor and decided to pretend he was a gang. For a while, he was running around like he was a gangster.
That's right.
You know, the diamonds in the ear, and he this and what he gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And then went from that to something else, and that to something else, and that to something else. Instead of trying to develop a role or get together with some brothers and try to, you know, open a playhouse or something more. You know what I'm saying? Open up some business. You running from spotlight to spotlight trying to get fame in an empire that's crumbling down and cutting everybody off. And you know what I mean? And you end up being a clown for the rest of the kingdom, man. And he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? And we don't have to do it as a people. If we didn't care about any fame, we could do amazingly for our people. You know how much money comes in the black community through Hollywood, or at least did. They starting to cut it off now. But you know how much millions came through Hollywood? Like what we should have did is had a business that when he came of age, where you know he had this money now he should have went down to see this brother or that sister and say, I'm gonna invest in her business. She in the black community, her business is thriving. You know what I'm saying? Where's the Madam C.J. Walker types that's among us, female and male? Where's the manufacturing plants? We got played. Me and Muhammad was it you and me, or who was I talking?
Sure.
I was talking with somebody earlier today. I think was it you, Murad? I don't know if it was Murad. It was Murad. I was talking with Murad earlier today, man. I was talking about how how everything that you see China has today is because America hated us so much they bit their nose off to spite their face. Yeah. Meaning we would give me some of that video footage, Murad. Of us in them factories. Let me tell you something now. America had the perfect slave. The Lord gave America the perfect slave in us. And all America had to do was do the right thing by the slaves, and America would have been the greatest country in the world, and nobody would have been able to come up against them. The whole reason that China is as wealthy and powerful as they are is because they took over the entire manufacturing in America, which was our job as the slaves underneath these people. We were underneath them. We were working in the factory. Remember when they first started making them cars, that was us making them cars.
Right.
We was in the Ford factory, the Chrysler factory. We had them jobs. When unions came in, that was us. That was white people fighting for unions to get money, mobsters and all of them. When we wasn't the ones fighting for no union. We wasn't even trying to come up against the white man. You understand? We were the ones that worked on the railroad, the push cart workers. Get me right?
Right.
In Chicago. We did that. We did all those labor jobs like good slaves underneath this beast. And instead of saying to himself, let me let my slaves work their thing, take care of their families, raise their kids, this greedy bastard said, nah, I'm going to take it to China. And guess what? Now you looking at China in the face. Now China got global thermonuclear weapons, hypersonic weapons, as much or more than you have, and collaborating with Russia and Iran, and now you stuck. Straits of Hormuz still ain't open. You stuck because you played yourself. You could not bear seeing poor black people work their hands to the nub to take care of their families. They couldn't take it, man. Like, all they wanted us to do is work for free. That's why you want to bring us back into them prisons. That's why they just passed the vagrancy law. What's that new vagrancy law? They passed that new vagrancy law down south. Somebody in the chat tell me where it's at. They passed a new law that if you don't have any place to stay, you could be locked up. And once you're locked up, if you can't pay, you can be sent to a labor camp working on a farm. And guess where the farm is at? Angola prison. And guess what they do in Angola prison? They pick cotton. So they literally are going to send you Louisiana. Big shout out to who's this? Hosea Israel. Big shout out to you, 8247. Like, they're going to send you all the way back. Right. They made homelessness illegal. That's right. Hosea Israel. They made homelessness illegal. So now they want to pick you up off the street and send you to jail and make you go back to picking cotton. Like, they can't get enough. They so selfish, so greedy, so horrible and disgusting. When we would have been, first of all, we would have loved them like they've never been loved before. Get me right. Yep. We would have loved them because that's what we do. We love the slave master. We love him now. Yeah. We love the slave master as the people now. When he done did all this horribleness to us, we still love him. We still hope it. And meanwhile, we would have been great slaves for them, right or wrong. We would have been working and building, but we would have also been taking care of our families, taking care of our children. But they could not see it. So they went to China and other countries and hired them. There you go. That's a good clip on UPK Blackwatch. That's a good clip because in the split of the clip, you could see us in the fact that was a good set of clips you pulled, Marah, because we in them factories are working. You should see us. We in there getting it in. We making textiles, building cars. Look at us. Look at us in the factory. Look at that. The white man walking around. He good and comfortable. That was us. That was our portion. Listen, ain't nobody denying the Lord put us in slavery.
Right.
We was going to take our portion. But the Lord said, you furthered the slavery. You went and shipped everything to China. Now China trying to blow up, in your empire. And guess what? The Lord going to let you lock horns with them and end your empire. When you should have turned around and just chill and let us, like, we ain't supposed to be in broken families, right or wrong. Uneducated, don't know who we are.
Right.
No schools, nothing. I mean, you want us with nothing. You want us pretty much back on the slave plantation. So like 450 years on the plantation wasn't enough.
Yeah.
You want another 450.
Yeah.
Now you got to face the Lord.
And they hollering about they don't want us in their cities and their towns. When we had our own, and we thrived and flourished in this society, you came and burnt it down.
Yes.
So you can't say that you want us to have our own because we had our own. We had our own. It was thriving, surviving, doing well, and y'all came and burnt it down. We had our own schools. You destroyed our schools. Even now in the day, the so-called HBCUs are destroyed.
Yes.
You ain't got all black kids, all Hispanic kids, Native Indian kids in them places. You don't.
Muhammad, you did a whole tape on how them HBCUs ain't got no money.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that. About a year ago, y'all remember that?
Yes,
about
sir.
a year and a half ago, Muhammad did a whole tape on how you brought up the football player whose son went to an HB. Deion Sanders had no money. Remember how they couldn't pay him?
That's right.
You brought out how they could not pay him. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, please, Oz.
No, you're right.
So right.
You're right, General. You're right. And we had all those things, and it still wasn't enough for you. You came and destroyed it from us. We had the athletes in our own programs. You came and got them to come to your schools, paid them all the money, lying to them about them getting a good NFL career. You know what's so bad? a lot of sports figures or sports players now that go to HBCUs, a lot of them get blocked from the NFL. You die, you know about it.
Come on.
A lot of them be better than a lot of these cats out here. They get blocked from the NFL because they ain't go to them certain schools that the oppressor want them to go to.
Yeah.
Like we had our own. It ain't enough for you. You don't want us to have our own. What you want from us is to be up under your foot. That's what you want. You know what I mean? Because when we had our own, you gonna let us alone. The Native Indians got all that land, the reservations, and you still got them living like a third world country. Come on now, you got to be kidding me. You know what I mean, sir? What you talking about?
They got to get special permits to build a house.
Ain't that something?
To build a house. Special permits from the government. Because you don't want them to build shit.
Yeah.
Let me let Yadiah get in on that.
Come on.
Yadiah,
Yes,
what
sir.
are you gonna bring out?
I was just going to back up what General Haas said, which was heavy about Deion, because they punished Deion and Shador Sanders last year, sir, for leaving. You know what I mean, to go to that HBCU.
Right. Like it's a death sentence when you try to go and help your own. You try to go help your own. And because you don't fight it, it's why they keep doing it.
Yep.
You know, black people don't want to go to school. They disruptive in the class. They this and that. Black babies ran to school with no shoes.
Yeah.
Get me right out.
Yes, sir.
They got the footage, man. Young boys and girls, they used to take their books and tie them up with a rope. They didn't even have a book bag. Tied the book up with a rope and put the rope over their shoulder and run barefoot to school. 3-4 of them at a time sharing the same book. And it's still not enough for you. Which shows you're a demon, man. You're a goddamn demon. You got no humanity. Not even for your own, you a demon. And it's why the Lord got to put you where you got to go. It's why these biblical. And let me tell you something, man. Thanks be to Yahweh. The Lord is merciful because, for us, Lord's merciful. And here's why I say what I say. Because if the Lord did not give us these prophecies, I don't know what we'd be doing. If we didn't know at the end of this road, the Lord is going to do something, then I don't know where we would be right. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad that nothing can satisfy a demon inside a beast. I yield. Stop here. Whoever was.
Yes, sir.
Can I say one thing to back you up, sir?
Yes, sir.
If I don't mind, because I know many black people out there. They might wonder why, with so many black entertainers and black athletes, why don't black people have any wealth? Even this story about Ray J. Someone in the chat said that some young white kid named Aiden Ross controls this whole boxing.
Come on,
ring.
man.
Like he's a child. You never heard of him 2 years ago. I don't know if he existed 2 years ago.
Wow.
No former boxer, no Mike Tyson, no athlete is in charge of some celebrity boxing match when this is a brand new thing that virtually anybody could do and set up. And if you wonder why black people don't have any wealth, it's because the second that the Civil War ended and white people had to pay black people, they created a system of a redistribution of wealth.
Yes.
To take every penny from you that you won to fight for to get paid instead of being a slave. And that's the economy that blacks and Latinos are in. We're not in the white economy. The white economy is where some internet idiot can make some money 2 years ago, and he can start a celebrity boxing ring.
Yes.
He can do this and he can do that, and he can set up something. Some idiot with autism can make cyber trucks from South Africa. An immigrant from South Africa came to America with autism, with Asperger's disease, who was an illegal immigrant. Go look up the video where he said, I came over here, I was an illegal immigrant. I'm talking about Elon Musk. And he comes over here, and now he's the richest man on the goddamn planet Earth because he's not in the redistribution of wealth economy that blacks and Latinos were. They were forced by the gun to pay us.
Yes.
And as soon as it happened, they just create the craziest ways to take the money back.
Yeah.
Right.
To just get it all back. And everyone knows they're doing it. Jeff Bezos this week, sir, came out on the news, and he was so angry because of poor people resenting the rich.
Mm-hmm.
And they're resenting the rich when it's not the rich people's fault. It's not, and he's talking. All I can think about is, my God, the oppression that your grandmother had to take that dollar from sharecropping. That dollar.
Yeah.
And that had to go right back to that man that she just was a slave for. And this has been going on since those factories.
Yes.
Like, we were in those factories and they saw we had an income and they worked 1,000 ways. And brother, these things, it is our economy. I could name a million things. I'll give you one. Gasoline prices are higher in black neighborhoods tonight. Do you understand? Right now, tonight, you can just Google it. Gasoline prices are higher in black neighborhoods. And here's the problem. The gas station is not as equipped. It's dangerous. It doesn't have cameras. It's filthy. It's dirty. Black gas stations don't cost as much to run as a white gas station. It's more expensive, meaning they're charging you more for gas, but the bathroom is a bucket. Do you understand? And it's filthy, and you're going to get shot. And you're going to get shot. But yet you're getting charged more. Now that's one. This is the economy.
There's a million.
Yeah, it's a million of these things where they go, damn, we had to pay you. Let's find a way through this, through this, to just take every penny back that we were forced to give you from the Civil War.
Right.
So like you said.
Right.
Confession good to the soul. I just realized I always drive to a white neighborhood to get gas.
So we all do. We all do it.
I go up to the Wawa on Westchester Pike. I'm like, you know what I mean? My people always like, why you doing all that? I said, I don't know. Something like that. And now I know why I like it. I like it because it's well lit. The store is open.
And it's cheaper.
And the gas is cheaper. And ain't nobody rigging the pump.
Oh my God, rigging the pump. I forget about that shit. The pump rigging.
If I put my credit card in it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna wake up in the morning with zero. Y'all breaking my heart. Y'all breaking my heart. Like, we got to help us. And those that tell us something else are lying to us, man. And we don't need a politician to tell us to help ourselves. And let me tell you something else that I learned studying this Bible for 40 years. Let me tell you something. You know why these things don't work that we talking about and people have tried them? They don't work because the Lord will not allow. Now, he'll let everybody else do this, but he will not allow blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians to prosper if they don't do it righteously.
Right.
I'm just telling you, not from a spiritual point of view. I'm just telling you from a empirical observation that every time black people try to do something and they do it in a negative way, it always fails. The white man gets in it and destroys it. Only when they are completely righteous and walking with the Lord does it work. And here's why. Because you have to have a certain moral strength to turn down the slave master. He's so much more rich than you, so much more powerful than you. And it's so hard to resist when he want to buy your company, when he want to take over the Negro leagues, when he want to take your best athlete and run him in the Olympics, or he want to take your best basketball. I remember the pro Rucker games. I'll never forget the pro Rucker games up in the Polo Grounds in Harlem. The best athletes in the world came up there, man, rocking. You could go down the hall, okay, back in the day, and you could sit in an open park that had concrete benches around it. You could sit up there and watch, you know, give me some big names.
Dr.
Kobe Bryant.
All of Kobe Bryant. All of you could
Yeah.
watch them ball out of uniform. You could see them do them skills right there in Harlem like it was nothing. And I don't know the whole story of Rucker, but he was on drugs and he was a player, and the drugs took him off it. And then some hustlers got together and decided they was going to finance him. They financed him, from what I understand, and he set up the pro Rucker game, and that went on for years. And Esau hated it. He tried every way in the world to stop it. And if he had not stopped it, let me tell you something. That would have been a league run by black people, making millions and millions of dollars. The only reason those players didn't stay in the rucker because, of course, they could get $100 million with Esau. But you gotta find brothers that have the integrity to say, I'm gonna lose today. My children might even lose, but my grandchildren are gonna be paid. You gotta be like that. And if you can take on that spirit to love your own enough, trust me when I tell you, the Lord will build you up. But the problem with us is, once again, why Joseph told us to tell the Egyptians that you were sheep herders, you were Hyksos. Tell them that, because if you show them what you have, you show them what you're able to do, they come in to take it from you. Yep. And that's exactly what they've done. Every invention, every idea, everything that we've ever done or come up with, you have almost no record of it. People got to make movies about the things that we invent.
Yeah.
Because it's so hidden. People got to make movies like when the story of what has happened to us in this place gets truly told without fear, people are never going to believe. Like, that's why you had to have a book like the Bible. Because if the Bible was not here, you would not believe the stories that are in the Bible. You would not have believed the Egyptians treated us this way. And it is why in the future, there'll be another chapter of the Bible. And then it's the only way you're going to say, okay, this had to happen because the Lord had the prophets write it down. But if the Lord had not had them prophets write that down, you would say, nah, ain't no way the Egyptians did that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way the Assyrians did that. Ain't no way the Babylonians did that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way the Greeks did that. Ain't no way the Romans did that. Ain't no way America did that, when all of it is true. And brother, it's time for change for us. It's time for change and time to get rid of these horrible politicians, man. They want us to willingly kill our babies like no other nation on earth. They ain't telling the Chinese they need to depopulate. They ain't telling the Arabs that. They ain't even telling the Africans that, even though they're trying to do it to the Africans. But boy, they done taught our women out to kill their babies, hands down, all the way out. And guess what I found out? I just found out this today. I found out this today, that they using fetal tissue out of a baby's kidneys, and they are using it to create a flavor enhancer. They understand that the cells attract to what cells want, and they're going to use fetal kidneys, from aborted babies to create enzymes to put into the food so that when you eat it, your body desires it. And it's all part of the whole addiction thing. Like, we in Frankenstein's house, acting like we should, get a couch and pull up and have a drink. We better wake the hell up, man, because the Lord about to pull the bottom out of this place. And you better know what let me tell you the greatest weapon you're going to ever have. You know the greatest weapon we're going to have going into the future? The greatest weapon you will ever have going into the future is your brotherhood and sisterhood.
That's right.
It don't look like it now. It's like, what is YAHANNA talking about? We need to get guns. We need to get... No, don't worry about that. You're going to get all that when the time comes. But what you're going to need is brotherhood.
Yep.
What you're going to need is sisterhood.
Yep.
You're going to need to be able to get with your brothers and sisters and get things done for massive amounts of people. This is what's coming in this empire. And you're going to need to come together as you watch the Lord bring this empire to its knees. Remember what Christ said, that he shall come down on you, knowing he hath but a little time. And that is true to the game. You know what I mean? All right, tribe of Issachar, you got it. Psalms 37:20. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. Damn, they shall consume into smoke. Shall they consume away? Like, that's a true statement.
Right.
Like, once again, without these prophecies, we would have no guidance as a people, because you could see the politicians did us in. We had no direction, man. All right, I'm getting up off it, man.
Damn right.
Where we going, you die?
Comic-Con, sir.
Like imagine how rich America would be right now. they would have all of China's money among us, and they would have had all their money among us. So they would have had the amount of wealth of 2 nations up under their hand, and they would have been prosperous, and they would have had no enemy on the other side of the world. Go ahead, Salaki, you die.
Khan, sir. Khan, Adrian Broner called out for inappropriately touching 19-year-old streamer.
I think there's more. Somebody, Murad knows the whole story.
Khan, sir. So Adrian Broner, he was a boxer under Floyd Mayweather. Okay. And then until he lost, he got knocked out, and he went into like a real bad depression. Now there's another cat, speaking of brotherhood, that's helping him out and getting him together, trying to get him off of drinking, and getting him back together. So now Adrian Broner, he's all over the internet. Because everybody's, he looked totally different. He looked like he's worn out. But he's all over the internet now. And recently he was doing a stream, and he touched his sister's butt
in the stream.
In the stream as she got up. But he apologized for it. I think she said something, but I think she said something about it. But he apologized for it. But it's a good story because wouldn't nobody even know about this brother right here without the brotherhood. Like the brotherhood of it is the fact that he was gone. Nobody even cared about Adrian Broner. But now he's doing streams, he's getting other stuff done. Now the brother, he made a mistake, but he manned up, he apologized for it to the streamer, because she's another streamer. She's 19 years old, she's another streamer. But he manned up, he apologized to her publicly and all that. But I just wanted to bring that out.
Listen, he had to apologize to her. I ain't giving him Slocky. I ain't giving him no pad, because he had to apologize because it was public. But it shows you something about him. And what it shows about him is that he's a dude with low impulse control. He saw that her behind as she got up, and he couldn't help himself to not touch it. Like, that's a cat. A cat that do that is a cat that got, look how he saw it, and look, he made it like he was calling her, but really it was his lust that was driving him crazy. Like, that's what was really driving him crazy. And that's what the root of his problem. And let me tell you something. And it's the root of a lot of depression. I was going to give him a pass, but now that I saw the tape, he's like a lot of cats out. They're full of demons. And them demons make them unable to do the things they should do. And that's why they be depressed. Because a demon will tell you about being successful. And then when you fail, the demon loves it because you're depressed now. And you trying to fight your way out of that darkness. But the only way to fight your way out of that darkness is to give up your lust, give up your desires for self-glory. Like, once again, man, that's why, the scriptures is such an amazing book in that you can't get no credit out of it. Like, we talking all day about the Most High and not us. You know very little about us and our lives and what we do and don't do and don't have. But you know everything about what the Lord says, because that's the purpose of man. And the minute you come off of that and start to talk about you and get caught up into you and promoting you and about yourself, then you start to create something else. And that's what's up with that brother. That brother got a horrible demon on him. And he should do more than apologize. He should pay that sister. That's sexual assault. Right? That's going to affect her forever. She'll never forget that event. To them, it's small. He just smacking on the butt. But to her on camera, that is a horrible, vicious, evil thing to do to a woman. The Lord said it's as if you killed her if you were to rape her or molest her, right or wrong.
Yeah,
right, rape or molest. The Lord said that's like you murdered her. So this is a serious assault that he did to this sister. You understand? And she should be getting at least 100,000 out of him for putting his hands on her just like that and on camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I ain't giving her a pass either. She's dressed like half a hoe trying to be an influencer. Yeah. Once again, we done been reduced to, and this has been done by the record companies and the government, period. We've been reduced to how much you can shake your titties and how much you can shake your ass. Depending on how much you can do it and how much steroids you can pump up. I mean, what's that shit they put in them?
The Botox.
The silicone or whatever it is they pumping in these sisters. So depending on how much you can pump in you and how much you can shake it is basically the foundation of your worth. You know what I'm saying? When I go through the internet, man, I'm shocked at how many sisters are on the internet that are highly intellectual, that go into in-depth stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't no slouches. They get numbers too. You know what I mean? Pulling out history, pulling out crimes against black people, pulling out things that educate you, pulling out ways to secretly get around things that Esau does. And these sisters is making money too. But some of our sisters choose the route of that Esau is always pushing, which is be a hoe and you'll be successful. Be an OnlyFans hoe. Be half naked. You got a body, you kind of nice looking. You know what I mean? What they call it, shake what your mama gave you. They made a whole song about it. Show you how they try to destroy it.
Yes, sir.
They made a whole song, shake what your mama gave you. In other words, be a hoe so you can be successful. So she is just as culpable as he is to a certain degree. That still don't give him a pass. It don't give him a pass. But it shows you how destroyed we are as a people. And again, I can't say it enough. If we was in Christ's kingdom, it would have just been illegal for her to dress like that every day. She would have just got a notice from a courthouse saying, look, either you put on some clothes or you're going to be arrested. And if he had done what he did right there, he'd be in a jail cell trying to negotiate, how he going to get out of this prison and how close he would have been to it. Just think about this. Rape in Christ's kingdom is going to be a death penalty offense. You rape a girl in Christ's kingdom, Christ's going to kill you. That's serious. That show you how serious he take it.
Yeah.
He take it serious. The white man don't give a damn because, of course, he pushing sexuality all over the damn place. So I don't give neither one of them a pass. I'm sorry that happened to her. This is a simple ass cat right here without no self-control. And then once again, like always, our people get up into these powerful positions and powerful spaces and then never are satisfied. Like you take on the same demon the white man take on. You done become famous, right? He famous. You become a successful boxer. You fell from grace. You getting help, right or wrong?
Right.
You getting help to get back up on your feet. Instead of being grateful and thankful, you sitting in there next to some girl and tripping on her body to the point where you can't control yourself. Like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? In America in 2026, go ahead.
Joe, if you look at the picture, right, he's sitting there with his shirt wide open, hands right on his belly, he's sitting there. And when she got up, she was starting to fan her hand back to push his hand away. When she got up, like she knew it was coming. What I want to know is what made her get up, because she got up there like kind of disgusted when she got up. Because he's sitting right next to him. But he's sitting there with his shirt off, his hand in his hand. He go to try to grab her. She taking her hand back and smacking his hand away. I want to know what they was talking about. What did he say to her? Because she for sure got up and discussed about something he said. That's what it appears to be.
Yeah, I mean, right. He and listen, he ain't the only one. Mike Tyson went to jail for 6 years over.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And he had multiple incidents of it. Once again, like that world, like we think that world is, something special to be a part of. When that world is where filth lives.
Yeah.
Get me right on it.
Yes, sir.
Well, that world is where horribleness lives. You know how many black people tried to raise a child in Hollywood? Kid end up on drugs, swinging on a pole, or doing some other madness. How many people went to Hollywood, was a decent human being, got to Hollywood, and then got destroyed? Yep. Why? Because Hollywood is run by the Epstein class. And that's who's running Hollywood, the small hats, baby eaters. You understand? And you seeking for that, you understand, just knowing you're going to get up there when you should be seeking for a better people. You understand? A better nation, a better race, a better something. Black people can't even get together in a barbecue without a shootout. You understand? Like, you should seek that. And the Lord gave it to us and gave us a way to get it. And we keep rejecting the Most High, man. Oh, yeah. Hosea Israel said, Will and Jada.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? The boy is wearing a dress now, right?
I didn't know.
The boy is wearing a dress and looks out of his complete mind. And the two of them, Lord knows what's up with them. All that wealth and power and influence. And here's the thing that we don't never catch. I'm coming to you right now. Here's the thing we don't never get. Come get the mic. We don't never say to ourselves, could the slave master be doing this to us? Could he be doing this to us when we get to Hollywood? Could he be trying to cut us off, get us on drugs, destroy us? He used to do that way back in the 50s. All the jazz musicians, all the R&B musicians, right or wrong. He'd have some dude get him on drugs, talk about this is going to make you enhance your ability to make music, which is a total fucking lie. And then we fall for it. Next thing you know, we all caught up and doped out. And now he get to use us, make millions off us, and throw us away like any old piece of garbage at the end of the day. Like, this cycle got to end. For us to go forward. Come on with it, Yatazar.
Magic Johnson's son,
Give
sir.
him a camera if you could.
Magic Johnson's son, as you were saying, you know, people being raised in Hollywood.
Another example. Horrible example. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And there's nothing worse than you losing your humanity as a man and believing that you are a woman. That is not normal. It'll never be normal. It is not normal. It'll never be normal. It is torturous to the Lord's chosen people. And I feel sorry for those that really, truly believe that this is who they are. It is not who you are. Human beings are programmable, have always been programmable. Otherwise, the Lord wouldn't tell you to stop doing this and start doing this. If you was born that way, he wouldn't be telling you that, because he would know you can't change them. They got to be this way. But the Lord knows you programmable. He knows that if you want it to, or if he put enough pressure on you, you'll stop this and you'll start that. That's common sense, black people, Latinos, Native Indians, West Indians, common sense. And we losing all of it, man. All of it until the Lord's return. Good point, Yatazar.
You know what? I'm telling you thing about that too, right? Damn right, warrior. What if, okay, just say, for instance, this happened, right?
Dwayne Wade. Somebody else brought up Dwayne Wade. Tony D brought up Dwayne Wade. Sorry. Go ahead, please.
What if her pop or her older brother was there and he seen it? And he knocked that cat in his damn mouth, knocked him the hell out for what he did.
Oh, blew his head off.
Yeah. Like there's a repercussion for these things here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if they know somebody there to protect her, to really protect her, they wouldn't try it. You understand? Like, the protection shit, like, it's gone, man. Where the fathers at that really try to protect their children, their daughters, man, from type of cats like this here. You know what I mean? I know. Adrian Bronner, whoever you want to call yourself, that none of that matters to me, boy. You the court to a two-piece for me.
And listen, and it would have been lawful.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been wrong. It would have been lawful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right or wrong? Somebody put two pieces in you. It's lawful.
And then sir.
I'm a priest now.
They gotta know that it's an answer to this here, man. That we can't keep doing this here. Whether you're doing it for likes or you trolling or whatever you call yourself doing, like, it's got to be an answer to this type of behavior. It got to stop. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It got to stop. You know, enticing our women to dress like this here and then dress like that, and then you treat them like, you know, like they ain't nothing. Like, it got to stop.
Right.
No matter who you are, no matter what you call yourself, man, don't none of that matter, man. You understand? We got to stop, man. This got to change.
Right.
Yeah, man, let me tell you something, man. The sister in I.S.U.P.K, don't act like that. Don't dress like that. Neither do the brothers in the school, neither.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep their hands to them damn selves, man. And defend the sisters who've been violated.
And if I could add to what you're saying is so heavy, Hob. If I could add to it, a lot of sisters that do dress like that, they dress like that because they got such low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the main reasons you dress like that. You got low self-esteem. You don't think you're worth anything. So now you got to use your body to try to get over the hump. Yeah. And that's partly our fault. And we should be rejecting Esau's advances in that way. We should be rejecting his music in that way. Right. You understand? Which I was listening to an Edomite the other day who was talking about how the record labels was telling them that they could make any music they want about black people killing black people. But then they asked, but then there was a rapper. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Y'all probably can tell me. There was a rapper, they said, who made a song, and in the song, he mentioned date rape. You remember that?
It was Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. They said that Rick Ross mentioned date rape in a song. Mm-hmm. They said white people went crazy. They was calling a congressman. Yes, they said they shut his whole zone down. They said they was calling congressmen, senators. Rick Ross needs to take date rape serious. That's a serious man. He making songs about murder, killing, selling drugs. He called himself Rick Ross. Rick Ross was the king of selling dope for the CIA, supposedly unbeknownst to himself. Supposedly. And meanwhile, all that was fine. But the minute he mentioned that date rape, because that date rape is the white man's way. He's such a slime ball. Mm-hmm. He ain't even gonna try to take the meat. He gonna do a Bill Cosby. He gonna drug you. He gonna put some nasty shit in your drink and harm you that way. Well, when he made that statement, brother, white people went crazy. Why? Because it affects them. Yeah. Which shows you it's like, you know, Q said the Me Too movement got on his ass. Like they pulled the guns out on him because that's not allowed. But talking about us murdering each other is allowed. Well, when are we going to be able to stand up against all of this as well? And the reason we can't now is because we're listening to politicians, and everybody else is scared to say something to you because they don't want to get killed. They don't, they don't want to get killed. Meanwhile, the mob, the mob made its money off of us. Entertainment world, the boxing world, all of that. They made all their money off of us, selling us drugs, putting us in the entertainment world, stealing the numbers game, all of that. Like everybody ate us alive. And I'm gonna tell you, now is the time to wake up. It's the time to wake up and return back to the Lord. Like he said he gonna deal with them that want to deal with us. The Lord gonna deal with them, and it's gonna be bad. Salak, I don't mean to cut everybody.
No, it's wild, sir. It's the wild, sir.
Where we going? You die.
Come on, sir. Suspect killed after opening fire on the Secret Service near the White House.
For those of you that don't know, also too, this weekend coming up, I'm gonna be in DC, fam. This weekend coming up, I'm gonna be down DC. We're going up there, take a look at the monuments and all that up in there in DC, and see some of the historical facts, man, and do a couple things, man. Get together with the brothers and sisters. I'm gonna carry down a couple of these ranks with me. I heard they got 2 or 3 brothers out there about ready for that captainhood. We're gonna see if we can get them over the hump. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know Muhammad cutting y'all off. He ain't let me get the, I'm fighting for you. I'm trying my best, man. They don't even want to let me out of Philly. They about trying to let me out of Philly. I got to sneak out of here this weekend. They don't want them ranks going. But there's a couple brothers out there. We're gonna try to get them straight and be down DC. So if you're in the DC area, if you haven't come out in a while and got together with us, man, please get in touch with General Shalmar, General Q, and everybody else down there, General Kathum Gabar, the captains down there, man, Cap Maj, Captain Mashak, my young. Forgive me if I went out of order, but all the cats down there, man, we're gonna get together, man, do a little something. Come on. All right. Salaki, where we going, fam?
Come on, sir. Suspect killed after opening fire on Secret Service near the White House.
Go ahead.
A gunman who shot at a White House security checkpoint was killed in exchange of fire with Secret Service agents on Saturday evening, and officials have confirmed.
Every week.
Right. Every week another. Yeah. They're very angry with this president. Yeah, man. Very, very angry with him. And once again, them Democrats are going to come back on him. Yeah. Democrats ain't just letting it go. They're going to be bouncing back. I mean, once again, the Lord said, I shall feed them with their own flesh. You know what I'm saying? Was he a brother or was he an Edomite?
I think he was a brother, sir.
Oh, man, a brother. Oh, man. Rough one there. All right. You don't want to add anything to it?
Nah.
What else you got, you dad? Oh, man. Taza Ward said, Howard said Rick Ross lost his Reebok deal for that song. See that?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no money making no songs about white people on drugs or doing drugs or drugging somebody, but you're gonna make all the money, which show you that that's what the slave master want. Like white people love to be rocking in the car, listening to you talking about killing your own people. Oh, it may probably sound so good to them. They probably feel so safe. They probably feel so safe, so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You'll kill your own. You gonna do this. You gonna run up in the house. What Biggie Smalls said, the 10 crack commandments. You know what I mean? He got the Rottweilers by the door. They feed them gunpowder so they can devour. I know all that. Like white people probably hear that. Like, yeah, he bad as shit, man. You mentioned that date rape. Jeez. Hold up now. Wait a minute. That shit don't sound good in their ear. And here's what's worse. What's worse is it sounds good in our ears. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say something about doing that to him, it's red alert. He ready to take away your Reebok deal. He don't like the way that sounds. But why does it sound good to us? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's supposed to be like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? You can't talk about us like this. You can't make songs about us harming each other like this. We don't do that when we should be doing. Come on with it, y'all.
Come on, we got Pete Hegseth for his Memorial Day speech, sir.
Oh yeah, something special. Whatever one you like. Yet this is probably gonna be the last one. So give it to me. Give me whichever one you like. Or Muhammad.
Kind of one.
Whichever one you have. Come on with it. Let's do it.
Not send she, not send they, them. You are not an army of one. And you are certainly not an army of woke. You are fit, not fat. You are disciplined, not distracted. We saw woke and weak leaders trying to make West Point look like woke Princeton. They embraced the DEI craze and tried to introduce diversity and inclusion studies. And they hired professors who advocated for anti-American ideologies right here in these halls. But no more. Social engineering and woke ideology are fine for Harvard. Silly, but fine. On the battlefield, there is no place for them. You will not see color, and you will not try to meet arbitrary quotas based on immutable characteristics.
I think that was it.
You do not have time to celebrate Identity Month.
The heavy part when he just said you won't see color, you won't, because he's going to erase every monument with a black face on it. Yeah. Like when white people say they don't see color, they're going to make sure you don't see any color. Yeah. Because if there is a black person that has a picture on the wall, that picture is coming down. If there's a monument with a black face, that monument is coming down. And this same bastard erased every achievement by blacks and Latinos that were being forcibly celebrated. And I don't know if people know this on Memorial Day, sir, but there wouldn't even be a Memorial's Day without black people.
Wow.
This entire holiday at one time was called Decoration Day because I believe it was in South Carolina. The brothers can find it. It might have been North Carolina, where black people honored these white men that fought to free slaves in this particular city. And the slaves came out because these soldiers died. And because these soldiers died, the people on this plantation were freed. And black people came out and celebrated them and buried them and decorated their graves.
You got
went and put flowers and wreaths on the graves of these white men that died so they could be free from this plantation. White reporters were there.
I'm coming right back. Go ahead.
White reporters were there.
This is some amazing shit right here. Go
They
ahead.
were there and they saw it. Now remember, sir, before this, there was no celebrating the heroes of the Civil War. They didn't do
celebrate none of
They didn't celebrate any of them. There was no celebration of the people that died in the 100-year war, in the War of the Roses, in the French Revolution, in the British Revolution. Nothing. They didn't celebrate it.
They didn't give a damn.
They didn't care about it at all. Like, to poor people are just cannon fodder to the rich. Poor people are just what rich people send out so you can die so they can make more money. But these black people went to their graves and put flowers on the graves. And a white woman reporter saw it. And she saw it, and her seeing it, it moved her emotionally.
Imagine.
She was moved by it.
And can I
Please,
just
sir.
real quick, like, if you gonna celebrate white people, that's what you should be celebrating them for. For that. If you like, you know, I don't. Yeah, but if you gonna do it, like, that's honorable. That's what happened. Like, that's honorable. Like, the souls of black people, Latino people, Latino people are so right compared to them. They didn't even care.
No,
but they saw that these white men, you know, went against their nature, fought for people they did not have to, and did it all for no benefit because they freed black people, not white, and turned around and held that memorial for them because they thought it was so honorable.
Yeah.
And moved an Edomite who saw it, how could you not be moved?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't see that memorial. I'm an Israelite. The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. But I couldn't have walked up on that memorial and asked, why are y'all celebrating these white people? And they tell me that story, and I turn around and say, y'all shouldn't be doing this. I couldn't do it. I could not. It would be dishonorable to even do it. What they did was the right thing. Salaki.
No, that was it, sir.
Please.
And now, of course, this history, no one hears at all because they don't see color.
Of course.
So what that means is you can't ever know about the contribution of black people to Memorial's Day. And their contribution is inventing it.
Exactly.
It didn't exist.
They invented it.
And then after that, do you know during where you had World War I, World War II, the military was segregated during World War II. Segregated during World War I. But you wouldn't know it if you watched the movies.
That's right.
Right? If you watched a movie, pick any World War II movie that's in color, you know, from the 60s.
Yes.
From the 2025.
Yeah.
You pick any movie about Pearl Harbor, and you're going to see some black guy in the movie mixed in with the white soldiers.
Yes.
That never happened.
Wow.
Because the military was segregated. You know what that means?
Wow.
The white man segregated the military, but they were so embarrassed and ashamed of it that they made sure in the movies that the military was integrated.
Wow.
They made sure. Why? Because the whole reason that anybody loves America is because of the facade that they help and include black people.
Yes.
That is the reason that America is considered the home of the brave and the land of the free. But if people really knew what it was like, they would hate America. That's what's happening now.
Wow.
The American dream is over. And now everyone is seeing what America truly is.
Wow.
That whole diversity is our strength thing is what white people pushed when the military was segregated.
That's how they attracted people from other nations to come into the military. All the scholars and scientists all came to America and went to the U.S. universities because they felt like America was diverse.
Inclusive and diverse.
Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled bastard.
Yeah.
All of that. And it was all bullshit.
Every German that should have been fighting for the Russians fought for America, including Albert goddamn Einstein, who was a German.
And built the
nuclear bombs that they Trump fighting over right now today.
That's right.
Every rocket scientist, every tank engineer. Why didn't they go to Russia and help Russia?
Right.
Because this is the land that freed the slaves. That's why. This is the land that's inclusive. This is the land that is not racist, and you can come here and they freed the slaves and they're going to treat you like an equal. I saw it in the movies. I saw it in the movies. So I'm going to America, not Russia. When white people say they don't want America to be inclusive, if people didn't think America was inclusive, America would have lost World War I, World War II, and the Cold War. They would have lost them all. The myth that black people have opportunities here is the reason any foreigner even wants to come here. That's the point. That's why anyone is here. Now, of course, We're waking up from the dream. That's what it seems like, sir. Yep. There's an assassination attempt, I think, in the next 10 minutes. Yep. Right? By the time we get out of here tonight, right, there'll be another one because white people, their hatred for us, it goes against common sense.
Yeah.
You get my
it goes against their success.
It goes against their success.
Right. But they don't care. They'll let it burn to the ground and then say, "Oh snap, what do we do?"
That's it.
They hate us so much. They'll go against it.
Yeah.
But boy, when these people turn to the Lord, just like they did in ancient Egypt, when Moses told them to turn to the Lord, and we began to turn to the Lord, Pharaoh had hell on his hands.
That's it.
Them plagues started coming, man. Them punishments from the Lord started coming. Before you know it, man, the whole empire was falling and crumbling apart. Yeah, man. And in due season, this is what will happen around the world. Because the world, you can't decide what the world is going to be. The Lord decides that. You think you can decide, but you cannot. It looks like you can. Your technology, your wealth, your power will make you, like that scripture said, you'll be drunken with it. Yes, right. And you will be under the influence and believing that you could do something. You ever see somebody when they drunk, they ready to fight?
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, I'll mess you up. You be drunk thinking you can do something that you cannot. And in the end, you got to find out the hard way, man. Hey, man, I got to thank these heavy hitters for coming in the building with me, man. General Muhammad up in the building, holding it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Stick with me, y'all. Stick with me. General Hazayan up in the building with me, man. Holding it down, man. You understand? Got a special guest out of New York City. Officer Yatazar. All right, Salaka, I ain't sure it was you as captain yet or what. You working on it. He up in the building coming down from New York City with his lovely wife joining us up in the building. And of course, you understand, the Blackwatch backstage terror crew, Officer Morale, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibaha, y'all, Officer Matham, y'all, in the building with us, man. Hey, man, we'll see y'all next time live on the UPK, fam. Shalom.
All right.
Hey, you're tired.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the Lord, they doing it. You said under YAHANNA they ought to love one another, and they doing it.